Chris is one of our longtime students. How long have you been here for?
I think it's 8 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we were just talking about it, but with yielding and understanding the practice, how, I guess, let's start with what you feel like your definition of yielding is?
Oh yeah. Well, that's one of those things that I think most people are shocked by when they start practicing Tai Chi, is the whole yielding aspect. And so even man and women alike are very combative when you start doing these two-person exercises,
Yeah.
right? And so you quickly see, and then some are not. Some are more like they yield naturally.
Yeah.
Just that's their personality or whatever. But the yielding is really important, not just for Tai Chi, but for life.
Yeah.
And anything that happens to you in life.
Yes.
Anything that seems difficult, any person that seems difficult to deal with, yielding is if you learn it in your body in Tai Chi, you can apply it. You can actually apply in real time with people, in life situations.
Yeah, everywhere. Right?
Everywhere.
The interpersonal relationships.
Anywhere. When you buy food, any interaction, you're constantly able to just yield, because you're not trying to. Your ego is no longer important, or less important, I should say, because you're learning that practice.
That's awesome. Is there one situation that comes to mind for yourself, personally, that you felt?
Oh, well, personal, like close personal relationships, easily.
Awesome.
Everything works when you don't push or fight or anything.
Tension,
yeah. And because basically what happens is fire, you can't put out fire with fire.
Yeah.
So if one fire makes the other fire hotter, you're never going to get out of it. And I've been through those situations many times before, so I don't like those situations. But I love, and I remember one time early on, Sifu said something about, he said, if you yielded like that with your partner, you might have an easier time. It was something to that effect, where it's like, I was like, what? And it really kind of ticked me off.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know nothing about my relationship. But of course, it stuck in my mind, and I kept, year after year, I was like, oh, that's what he meant.
Yeah.
And now I totally know what he means. I completely understand how that works.
Yeah.
And it's not as if people think of it as like, oh, you're losing by yielding. No, you're
redirecting.
You're redirecting. You're keeping yourself in a good balanced state, emotionally or physically. In Tai Chi, they're interrelated, aren't they? So, yeah.
Well, thank you, Chris. Always
Yeah.
appreciate it.